Looking for a unique take on a classic cocktail? Try my Apple Bourbon Cocktail with a cinnamon twist. It's a Manhattan with the volume cranked up. Hi everyone, welcome to Let's Celebrate TV. I'm your host, Peter Lee. It's time for a cocktail, and today we're making my Apple Bourbon Cocktail. Now what is in an Apple Bourbon Cocktail, and what are you talking about, Pete? Well, if you know me, you know that I am a classic cocktail drinker. I drink gin martinis and I drink Manhattans. But you know, it's almost fall, and I wanted an early taste of that nice warming fall flavors. And when I think of that, my first thought is apples and cinnamon. So I came up with this Apple Bourbon Cocktail. And boy, did we have fun testing this recipe. This recipe makes two drinks. We're going to start with our bourbon. This is the kind I like. It's Jim Beam Apple Bourbon. If you're unfamiliar with bourbon, Jim Beam is a good place to start. It's very good and it's really affordable. We just need 6 ounces or 180 mils. Smells wonderful. Right in our glass. Next up is sweet vermouth. This is the kind I like. Now here's a little tidbit about vermouth, whether it's sweet or dry. Once you open it, you want to keep it in your refrigerator and you want to put a date on the label. A lot of them now come with a place where you could put the date that it's opened. The sweet will last a little longer than the dry, but only by a couple of weeks. This we need 3 ounces or 90 mils. Next up, I want to give it just a little hint of cinnamon so I get that wonderful apple cinnamon taste that I love this time of year. And we're going to get that from Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey. Again, there are other brands of cinnamon whiskey out there. Use whatever kind that you can get or that you like. I like the Fireball. We just need 1 ounce or 30 mils. And that's not going to overpower it, but it's going to work really well with the apple bourbon and the vermouth and just give you that little hint in the background that you want. One more ingredient to add, and that is bitters. Orange bitters, to be exact. Just a couple dashes. It's just going to add a little counterpoint to the sweet vermouth and the sweetness of the apple bourbon, and the orange is just going to round it out. Just that much. I've got a shaker full of ice. If you've watched this show before, you know what's coming up. It's the shaky shaky. Here we go. That should do it. Now, normally you wouldn't shake this type of drink. You would stir it. But I want these ingredients really combined and really cold, and you get it colder if you shake it. So I've got a little cocktail glass here, nice and chilled. We're going to double strain this. I don't want any little pesky ice crystals getting in and diluting my drink. Here we go. I'm just pouring one right now, but this does make a second drink that you can share with a friend. Or not. And we're just going to garnish this with a little slice of apple. There we go. So let's give it a little taste. Oh yeah. That is perfection. Absolute perfection. It's appley. That's the first thing you taste is apple. It's rounded, it's smooth, it's not too sweet, and then you get the cinnamon. And now my mouth is just a light cinnamon flavor. It's wonderful. It's the perfect fall drink. If you like this episode, Sign up for our newsletter and get the recipes in your inbox. Then, help us grow the channel by hitting the subscribe button, smashing that like button, and hitting the notification bell so you'll never miss an episode. I think I'm going to go out and sit by the fire pit and enjoy my cocktail. While I do that, I want you to sit back and relax and watch some of these episodes over here. So until next time, everyone, cheers.